Okay, hi students. This is going to be the video that's going to go along with the quiz you're going to take for today's lab grade quiz. So I'm going to ask you questions that go along with this. You're going to read the agglutination on this tube. Let's see if I can get a good view here. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then the quiz that follows will ask you, what is the reaction of the anti-A tube? And that's this one. So you would tell me what you would grade this reaction. And then your anti-B tube. Okay, your anti-B. Okay. That big clump stuck up there. Okay, you just have one big clump there. It looked like two in the mirror, but just have that one clump for your B. Your A comma B. So you have your anti-A tube, then well, that's the A comma B. Let me put them in a different order here. Okay, so we have our A tube, then our anti-B tube, then our anti-A comma B tube. So you'll answer the questions that correspond with those and tell me what you would call that. Okay. Now we have our reverse A. So this is our A1 cells, our reverse type, and our B cells for our reverse type. I'm going to come to the agglutination viewer. That is your reverse A, your A1 cells, and your reverse B cells. Okay, now these are our D and our D control. Normally I look at those right after my A, B, and A comma B before I look at my reverse tubes, but I had them sitting somewhere else the way I'm trying to record this. But these are our Ds. Our D and our D control tubes. Again, you want to completely resuspend that cell button if it does. Okay, so then tell me what your reactions are for your D and your D control. And then we are going to carry these all the way through the IAT, again, where we're going to incubate them for 15 minutes. And then wash them 3 times and add our AHG. And so the next question is going to be about the AHG phase. Okay, so these are our D control and our D and D control after they've been incubated for 15 minutes, washed 3 times, and the AHG added. See what it looks like in the agglutination viewer. And when you're looking in the agglutination viewer, again, you're looking in the mirror, not at the tube. Okay. So now you're going to go tell me what your D and D control reactions are at the AHG phase, AHG or IAT phase. Okay, and now any negative tube, we've got to add check cells to. So these are the check cells that I made. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, so now you'll go answer the questions about the D and D control tubes once check cells have been added. Okay, and then the last question of the quiz will be your ABO RH interpretation. And this is a lab grade for this class.